Hi everyone, hope you are having a great Friday and are looking forward to the weekend. I know I am. Some serious TGIF business up in here. Um, it's so TGIF here that I am half tempted to bring me up some like family matters and step by step and stuff. So, um, who knows? I might try to see if I can stream some of that later today. Fully embrace my TGIF right there. And if you have no idea what those shows are, then I'm sorry, I am old. Anyway, we're doing a Flip Through Friday today. It is a little different because it is a pre order flip through. When I pre order books and I receive them, those are the ones I usually do like a one off video on just because I know for some they're very anticipated. They could happen at any point I receive them. I happen to receive this one today. So we are going to do another flip through, not Friday, not Friday. That'll either be that'll probably be posted Sunday. So that will have my normal pile of books that I normally go through. But again, since this is a new release and it was a pre-order, I wanted to feature it on its own. Um, I'm a little irritated because this was released on the 16th and for some reason Amazon did not give me my book until today. When I pre-order books, I'm trying to think if I've ever had a situation where it's been late. I normally receive it the day it's released. So the fact that I received it 2 days later, not a huge deal for me necessarily, but it does seem kind of silly. Why did I even bother pre-ordering it, right? I could have ordered it on Wednesday and probably still gotten it today. So that seems kind of, I got the pre-order price, which is, let's see, the current price on Amazon for this book is $7.49, which is cheaper than the typical $10 that these books run on Dover Publications and on Amazon. So it is a little cheaper than usual, so you might want to take advantage of that if you love these types of color by number books. So what is the book? Now that you've been staring at it for 2 minutes, it is a Creative Haven book. It is a color by number. It's called Glorious Gardens, and it's by George Toufexis. If you are, sorry, I'm trying really hard not to have a glare here. Not sure if you're 100% familiar with his work, but if you have been watching the channel, moment, if I can find, I think it was this one. You've seen me do some of his previous work on the channel. He has one out called Country Scenes Color by Number, and we completed that partially on camera. This was the end result of that one. His color by number style is very, what I call like complex color by number. Most of the time you see a color by number and you think, oh, well, that's not that complicated, but the way he designs his pictures, it creates a lot of shading and shadows, and your pictures like this one just turn out, to me, absolutely exceptional. He also has a cat's, as far as I know, he just does the color by number books for Creative Haven. I haven't seen him anywhere else yet. So, like for the cats one, this is what one of his completed ones kind of looks like. And I'm showing you these because I haven't completed a picture in the new book, and I want to give you a sense of what his style is. Because sometimes if you see a blank page with color by number numbers on it, it's really hard to kind of visualize the style of it. So I kind of wanted to just give you an idea if you're not familiar with his work. I absolutely love his work. You guys know I'm a color by number fan to begin with. And so I was thrilled when hang on, grabbed another book. I was thrilled when I found out he was putting out another one, especially because it involved flowers and such, which is definitely his jam. So Creative Haven books, if you're not familiar with them, all are various artists print under this brand. It is printed by Dover Publications. All of their Creative Haven books have consistent style, layout, one-sided pages, perforated, medium quality paper, in my opinion. So anytime you pick up a book that has a Creative Haven logo on it, you know what you're getting, which is always, I love the consistency of them. They do put the name of the book on the spine, which is nice. And then here is the back. Color by numbers are also nice in the Creative Haven series because they tend to be a little more expensive. Like this is showing $9.99 US, which is probably going to be the regular retail price for it. A little higher than most of the other Creative Haven books, but instead of 30-ish images, 30, 31, you're getting 46. So you're getting more images as well as the extra effort they put in to create these color by numbers. So I think they're worth the cost, but a lot of times I wait for them to be on sale and snag them then. So it is an average coloring book size. I've compared them to Jade Summer before. They are just a little bit shorter. You can just barely see, like an inch shorter, and right at the same width. So that's an average coloring book size. I note that because for me, a lot of times I don't pay attention to what size the book is. I'll order something, get it, and I'm like, why is this book so small? So here's the inside cover. So with Creative Haven, their books and the layouts are consistent. Again, there are some variances between their color by number and their not color by number books. I noted one that they have more images. They have 46. The other being that instead of having one of the pages in the book colored on the cover, you get your legend, which for George Toufexis is a very wide variety of colors. And then you get the completed, you get little thumbnails of all the pages that are completed, so you can kind of look at them, how they're supposed to be done. And of course, you could pick your own palette on this if you want to as well. So, I have noticed that his legends, for some, if they publish multiple like color by number books, their legends are the same throughout the books. Like, let's say Sun Life Drawing. It's not the case with his books. They do vary just because of the subject matter. So like in these two, the legends are pretty different. So one of the things I do when I color a page in these books, just as a tip, is I go ahead and create my own version of the legend, and I write down what markers I used for those colors, and that way I can take this legend with me to any page I'm working on in the book, and I know which marker to grab. So that's come in really handy for the couple books I've had of his in the that I have of his. So legend, thumbnails. We have the title page, which has a smaller version of the color by numbers if you're feeling particularly brave. And then it has the Dover Publications print, and as you can tell, these are perforated. I'm not going to read all of this. If you want to read it, pause it, and you can read it all. But this coloring collection features 46 expertly drawn full-page illustrations of beautiful gardens for you to color. Each illustration is shown in color on the inside covers. So then you have your copyright info down here. In his books, I'm trying to think if it's that way with all color by numbers, but I think in his book specifically, they have like a little introduction and tips and techniques. This is unique. Yeah, this is unique to his books in particular, because some of the other Creative Haven color by numbers don't have this. So it just talks about the artwork in the book is based on 24 colors. It explains what shade means. If you saw that in the legend over here, it does explain what that means. And it says you can use more colors if you wish. And again, it explains what shade means and what to do with it. Again, it's a little more of a challenge. I know a lot of people, like I said, look at color by number and it may not be as much of a challenge for them. I feel like his books definitely, if you want a challenge and you want to try color by number, his books are the #1 books that I would recommend. So also shows some tips and techniques. It says it's best to use hard color pencils, allowing for a thinner line. He has a lot of small spaces to use. I haven't been using colored pencils for his. I've been using markers and then usually like fine liners and gel pens in the really tight spots. So anyway, so we do that and then we get started. So let me back out. And I know some of you are probably like, just get to the fracking pictures. I might put a time jump here, what we're at the 10-minute mark, so you guys can get directly the pictures if you don't like going over all the different things for Creative Haven books. So we might put that timestamp in the thing. So here is the first picture. As I said, he has very small spaces for his colors. So like, see if I can zoom in and it not be like super blurry. Yeah, super blurry. That's even worse, Michelle. Man, their autofocus is terrible. Yeah, autofocus is even worse. So we're just going to have to go with this. But as you can see, there's like a 26, 15, 7, and 8 right here. I mean, you get some really tight spaces for some of these numbers. And some of the areas are just barely big enough to put the number in. So again, using colored pencils would be useful here, but I'm also a big fan of using fine liners or the ultra fine, like Sharpies and stuff, for these little tiny crevices. So this gets, like I said, it gets pretty complex when you get started on it. And when it gets done, you get this really just nice elaborate picture. Let's try just bringing in the camera here instead. So this one's like the completed version of that picture, and it's gorgeous. So I love his style. I love how he does his color by numbers, and like I said, as you can see, if you want to challenge this in a color by number, this is the type of book to get. So of course, I mean, Glorious Gardens, you're going to have flowers, right? So it's going to be flowers and plants and leaves. Excuse me, grabbing coffee, with some other subject matter thrown in. Obviously, with a name like Glorious Gardens, if you are not a fan of coloring flowers or landscape, you probably want to skip this one. That one's really pretty. I like that one. I've got on a bird kick lately. I feel like I want to color more birds. He does offer some of his pictures in landscape form. And this one, oh my gosh, with the gazebo, man. I would like to zoom in, but I'm trying to show you like the overall picture as well, and obviously you would miss some of the picture if I zoomed in. Here's more of like a jungle kind of scene. You got your flamingo. Love the waterfall right there. Hi, Annie. And this is what I was saying. You can get an idea of what the picture looks like here, but all of this just white space, sometimes it gets a little jumbled and it's a little harder to see. That's why I wanted to show you some completed pictures so you could get an idea of, like I said, the style. So instead of like just having one or two colors on his flowers, he has a graduation of colors, so you just get really a lot of tiny pops of color that come together and really just create a very pretty landscape. Oh my goodness, there's so many in here I want to color, y'all. Puppy! And yes, there's a cat in here too. There he is. Well, I was looking at it earlier. I flipped right to this picture. My subconscious must have known it was there. And I was like, yep, gotta have my kitty picture. But the puppy picture's cute too. Was that an Akita, I think is what they call those dogs? I've heard I've seen them. They're on videos and stuff. They're adorable, but apparently they're also super prima donna type dogs. Kind of like huskies. I love huskies. I would love to have a husky, but oh my goodness, huskies are drama queens. I've seen, oh my gosh, this picture. You see even the little fishies in the water you can color. This is like a project. That's what I was saying. If you're like, oh, color by number, I can just sit and do a, you know, pound out a, phrasing, uh, a color by number picture easy peasy in an hour. Like, these will take you some time. So, ooh, another kitty. He is the center of the picture, as he should be. The center of attention. I like the flowers kind of growing out of the chair right there. You get a lot of bang for your buck with these books. You really do. Like I said, I know these frequently go on sale, so I like to watch for sales, but with George's books, I really just would like, if I have to go ahead and pay the full $9.99 for them, I would do it because I feel like you really get your money's worth with these books. And when I did that country scenes picture on video, partially on video, it really surprised me. Like, I thought it would require a lot more. I thought it would require thought. I figured it would be frustrating, and it actually was very soothing to just focus on these small areas of color and just slowly build on the picture. So, and these are 46 original images. There's no like duplicates or anything here. Lots of birds, which is awesome. Like I said, I finally filled my bird feeders, and I really want to get more into coloring birdies. Well, we're going to flip it here in a minute once I get to the next page. I don't know why. Why is this being difficult? Sorry. There we go. Kitty! Ooh, I like this one too. Dang. I mean, I like them all. The line art is... trying to look at one of his previous books in comparison. The line art seems a little darker in this one. It's normally... It's not a black. It's more of a really dark gray. But in his other books... Oh, this one actually has where you can color the frame around it. Is it like that with all of them? No? I don't know, maybe that was a misprint or something. But, what was I going to say? Normally his line art is a little lighter than this, but that's fine. I have no issue with that. It's kind of nice to have the numbers a little lighter because they don't show up as much. And then this was the front cover, of course, that you saw colored in. So, the rest of the thumbnails for those pictures are here on the back. It's really hard to see with these thumbnails. You can get kind of an idea of what some of the finished pictures look like. So, anyway, that is the book. I am super excited, and like I said, here's what that last picture looks like colored in, so that gives you an idea of that one. And it's got a pup too, so you got your dogs, you got your cats, you got your birds. If you're an animal lover, I think this is, if you're an animal lover and a flower landscape lover, this is a great choice. And a color by number fan, this is a great choice. I really would like to color in this. I'm still on a Halloween kick, so I don't know. I might try to get to it this month, or if not, then we'll tackle one in November. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. And like I said, this weekend I will have a couple videos scheduled, and we'll finish our spectacular coloring chat, and then I will do a full-on regular pile of book flip through on Sunday. So thanks, guys, for watching, and bye for now.